Hello everybody, this is Captain Jirwa bringing you another Pokemon Showdown battle today. Man, it has been a little bit since I've narrated, but you know, that's okay. I think I can do this. Anyway, today I have a nice OU battle for you guys with the team you see before with Choice Band Heracross that is made by some guy who shall remain nameless. And my opponent has a very standard out team, and as you're going to see, this battle is all about keeping my Rotom and my Hippowdon alive. Rotom's specially defensive, Hippowdon is physically defensive. Anyway, know he's going to have lead Breloom, so I lead off my Heracross, and I lock myself into Sleep Talk, even though I'm faster. I thought he might be faster, but lock myself into Sleep Talk because I know he's going to go for a Spore. I resist his Dual Stab. It actually works out pretty good because that Stone Edge does a lot, but unfortunately, I get the first turn Wake. The one time I don't want to get the first turn Wake, because if I hadn't gotten it, I could have killed him. And yeah, but it doesn't really matter though, because, well, it does matter some. I can bring in my Latios and kill him, but that is going to allow him to bring in what I'm assuming is Choice Banded Tyranitar and kill me with a Pursuit. And so if that hadn't happened, I could have had my Latios for a little while, but then again, he could have just brought in his T-Tar on my Latios at any point in the game and killed it, so yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Anyway, U-turn with my Scissor into my Hippowdon on his Garchomp, and we are just going to exchange our rocks, because he's Leftovers Chomp, which is pretty cool, and for some reason he goes for Outrage, which does not do a lot. It actually does a little more than I thought, but then again, it is a very powerful move. This is a physically defensive Hippowdon, and as we all know, physically defensive Hippowdon never ever dies, to physical hits at least. But yeah, he's just going to go for some outrages, and I'm just going to eventually kill him, and I am still at a chill 74%, which is great. Basically, if you look at his team, Hippowdon basically can wall everything. Maybe not Choice Banded Tyranitar, I'm not quite sure on that. I can basically wall everything except this Keldeo, but the only thing I have for this Keldeo is my Rotom Wash, which my only form of recovery is Resto Chesto, and since there is rocks around and there is sandstorm around, I'm going to be taking a lot of damage, so I need to preserve that Rotom. We Volt Switch into my Terrakion here. I thought I could get off a sub Sword Stance on this T-Tar, but he just decides to kamikaze it and go for Superpower, which was a pretty good play because he does not have much to take a close combat. So down goes the T-Tar, which is great, but yeah, he can just bring in any of his Pokemon, basically, and threaten me out. So, brings in his Terrakion. That makes me think this thing is probably Scarfed, and based on that damage, I think that might be Adamant Scarfed. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. Still doesn't 2-hit KO me, though, because I'm a freaking Hippowdon, and I'm a fat tub of lard, and I just sit around all day, which makes me recover health somehow. And yeah, I can just get off, well, what I should have done there is gotten off an Earthquake, but I guess I wasn't completely comfortable with my amount of health, but yeah, now I just decided to sack Heracross on his Keldeo because I don't want my Rotom taking too much damage, and if he had gone for a Secret Sword there, he could have 2-hit KO'd my Rotom. So yeah, but now I can just bring it in for free, I can live any hit, and I'm just going to go for another Volt Switch. And yeah, he just brings in his Scissor, just lots of Volt turning going on here. And I can bring in my Hippowdon. Yeah, basically this battle, as I said earlier, just about me keeping my Rotom and Hippowdon around. And now I have a free opportunity to get off an Earthquake on a Pokemon, and he knows his Keldeo is his biggest threat and that he needs to preserve his HP, so he decides to sack his Terrakion, which was a very good play, because now he can bring in his Keldeo again. And I just decide to sack my Scissor because his last two Pokemon are his own Keldeo and his Scissor. So, I mean, my Scissor's not going to be doing anything. So I just decided to get damage off. And that does do a very nice chunk. Choice Banded Scissor. The Bullet Punch is so powerful. But since it died, that gives me a free opportunity to go into Rotom and go for a nice Resto Chesto because a Secret Sword, I think, could kill me at this point. So yeah. Get all the way back up to full health, which is why Resto Chesto Rotom is so good. I know you've seen me use videos of it before, where like I use Resto Chesto Rotom Mo and Aryu. But yeah, he Scissor locks himself into Bullet Punch. I'm just gonna bring in my Hippowdon on it because I can take that. I could have brought in my Rotom too, I guess, which admittedly would have sped this up a little more, but yeah, I just kill him with my Hippowdon. Now he can bring in his Keldeo and kill me, but now I can bring in my Rotom and likewise kill his Keldeo. Interestingly enough, he has Secret Sword, so he has Expert Belt. So there was one point where if he, where I had my Rotom in against his Keldeo, and it was at 39%, so he could have potentially killed me, which means that the battle would have come down to me winning a speed tie with my Terrakion against his Keldeo. So, yeah, that was a very, very close game, very interesting match. I quite enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, all that stuff, and I will see you next time. Peace.